I know that Ramirez is coming with everything. This is his last opportunity, really, and he knows that. I know that. Even though he may not want to admit it, or we may not say it, it's in reality. This is his his last opportunity. So, he's gonna come with everything.
Devin, you may not want to admit it, but this is your last opportunity as well. This fight is going to be a defining moment in Devin Haney's career. He will either have the crown placed back on his head, or this will be the last that we will hear of Devin as the Dream Haney.
You said kind of taking accountability for yourself, right? Like, obviously, it was weird because for me, I bet on you, right? Like, I thought when I'm looking at it, analyzing it, I'm like, I think Devin cannot box this guy. I feel like the majority of the box community felt like that. Yeah. Obviously, we all knew the left hook. That was his, that was his big weapon, but it landed. My thing is when you was kind of, I don't want to say in there, but like looking back at it, what do you think it was that kind of, made you kind of miss those moments on things that were his strong points? It's a fight game at the end of the day. It's easy to say, after, but it is what it is.
You can't tell me that they didn't plan for that left hook. Devin lost that fight because of pride. Stick to the script. Ramirez is a tough competitor, but if Devin sticks to the script, I know that he'll win this fight.
We gotta ask about that because I feel like that was also a turning point, right? Like when that happened and when that came out, a lot of people were critical of the fact that there was a lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? I think hearing it, there's just different feelings about it. But just tell me your mind frame, like when the whole thing was coming down, the lawsuit was coming down. Like, what was you thinking? Was it your idea? Like, how did it actually come about? I mean, I'm not gonna say too much on it. My team had did that, but at the end of the day, we get the rematch on.
Devin had every right to sue, and he should make no excuses for it. But the next thing that he says is the dumbest thing I've heard in a while.
Like I said, my team did that, and um, we fighting in October for a reason. Yeah. So sure. And the loss, the point that we made is said, oh, we do a fight, then it won't be no lawsuit. We drop the lawsuit. So you saying that's a leverage way to make sure we get the fight? Basically? I ain't saying nothing. I'm saying what I said. But what I'm saying is that October, we fight, lawsuit is dropped. Yeah, yeah. But you saw when it changed. And that was Ryan's point as well. He said, if y'all drop the lawsuit, then we'll fight. And we said, we'll drop the lawsuit if we can fight.
If someone could please, in the comments below, help me understand what Devin was trying to convey, I will greatly appreciate it. Thanks.
This who y'all think? Come on. This who y'all think? Come on. Yeah. I mean, you've shown that, right? Your willingness to get in there with anybody. Obviously, one of those names like Tio, right? But obviously, it's about making money. But like I said, I'm going under. Yeah. Bring them. Whoever. Tio. Whoever. Tank. Whoever. Come on, line them up. Line them up. Yeah. Line them up. Yeah. More. Who else? Could be Shakur. More. Who else? You with everything. Come on.
Devin wants all the smoke. Tank is now food since being exposed by Roach. And Haney versus Shakur would be a boring fight.
You know, because like you grew up under the Mayweather, like you know what I'm saying. I remember the times when I used to watch the videos of you training with Uncle Roger and Floyd Senior. I love Floyd. I wanted. What you think I want to sign to Floyd? That's what I'm saying. Man, of course, I wanted to come up under Floyd. He was fucking. You play basketball. You Michael Jordan. Yeah. So how was it for you to actually? I'm assuming he offered you some kind of deal, right? How was it to like be like, nah, I'm not gonna do. When you looking at your idol, the nigga that you like, this is Floyd, and be I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna speak on it too much of how things happen, whatever the case may be, because it didn't happen the exact way that you would think. But obviously it hurt me, as a kid, seeing your idol and just like hoping that he just like, come on, Floyd, please, like, you hoping that he, see do right, do right so that y'all could be together.
The only thing that Floyd has going for himself is that 50-0. And he's about to lose that if he comes out of retirement. He's a greedy, selfish businessman. Nobody who's done business with him has ever come out and said that they've had successful business dealings with Floyd. They speak about, him as a fighter and what they learned from him in the gym. But as far as doing business with Floyd, when it comes to money, you've never heard anyone say that he did right by them. All in all, this was a good interview. Fight night is May 2nd. Kudos to Haney and his team because, Ramirez is not a slouch. So it says a lot about Devin Haney's character and the path that he is on because he didn't select someone that he felt like he could just beat up. He purposefully, intentionally chose a competitor, an opponent, a dance partner that he knows will bring the best out of him and place him where he needs to be. Coming off of that Ryan fight, the fans of boxing need to see him fight somebody. If he wants to reclaim his spot, if he wants people to take him serious because of all of the mess with him suing and now saying he's not suing, all of the mess, no one really takes him serious. So on fight night, he needs to not only win, but he needs to win by a landslide. And he needs this win so that he can regain his respect, not just from the boxing fans, but from his boxing peers. Well, that's all I have for this video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time.